Hey guys, welcome to another episode in the deep playthrough of Gran Turismo 4. B-Spec Bob was able to secure the win very nicely. In the previous episodes, this is the 1000 kilometers of Fuji endurance race. Previous episode I did the first stint. Handed over the car to B-Spec Bob. Then in between episodes he finished the race, and it's not so much B-Spec Bob's credit because he really is still a terrible driver. The episodes before that he really I had to redo a whole endurance race because he totally screwed up on the Infinium Raceway. But anyways, it is mostly the credits go to the car. This Toyota, I think C88 or something, it's just an incredibly effective car. You don't have to pit that much, so it's quite good on tire wear, etc. But mostly it is just incredibly fast, this car. Here, I mean, if B-Spec Bob can overtake a Pescarolo like that one, then anybody can. Cool replay shots, by the way. Such a cool game. I really was not aware that this car was so good and that it was actually in the game. Never drove it, or at least I cannot remember driving it 19 years ago. I remember other cars like the GT1 Toyota, the 787 Mazda, but this one for me flew a bit under the radar, but it's an incredibly effective car. And also pretty cool rims. It has like those almost chromed out wheels. Those two-piece rims, so to say, with all the little bolts to secure the inside to the outside of the rim. Anyways, this is a pretty nice reward zone. And 5 hours it took, 1000 kilometers, so that means, I guess, 200 kilometers an hour on average. Alright, this is a little bit, I was actually hoping for the Toyota GT or the Mazda 787, because we already have the Nissan R89, which is basically the same car as this one, except this one, I do like the looks of this one better, because the rear wheels are not covered over, and the front end is also a bit more epic in this one. Check out that rear view mirror, or that side mirror to the left, which has like a whole flaring or fairing, or however you call it, into it for aerodynamics. It has its whole pretty elaborate housing. Anyways, not a bad reward at all. I was actually hoping for another one. So we will now be doing the last endurance race. I will leave it running overnight. It's already it is 11:30 here at night. And that is the, where are we? Nürburgring Endurance. Let's see what kind of cars are there. 24 hours Nordschleife Nürburgring. If I want to win easily, I should just use the Toyota Minolta, but also want to... this is what I mean, it's a totally different class. It's actually pretty nice. So what are these cars? Alright, that race car is a bit weird. I think that's way overpowered compared to the rest of the field. Alright, an RX-7. The Astra or I don't know what kind of Opel this is. The Vectra, I think. I guess, yeah, that's what I was thinking. That race car is getting way ahead. Here, it's already out of sight, basically. So it's really weird that that one is in the field. Man, beautiful shots. Anyways, check it out. Here, it's way in front. I do think we have that car actually. So let's see what the horsepower difference is, because that is huge, I think, between that little old, it's an older race car, but still, I think it's much more powerful than the other cars there. So it was the God damn it. No, it's actually a little... it was indeed, I remember looking at the horsepower. I think it was around 500. Where is it? So then, this one we can also use, which is pretty damn epic. Yeah, we're gonna use this one. Alright, but let's try and find that car. Where is it? God damn it! I'm pretty sure I got it as a reward car, and I'm pretty sure it was 500 horsepower. So, all right, it's not the Vectra, it's the Calibra actually, 427. Here it is, Chaparral 2D race car. Yeah, let's. By the way, I thought it was super overpowered, but actually it's not, because it has the same as the, if I would go with this Mazda, this one, I would be overpowered. Maybe I still have to do it because, again, B-Spec Bob is an idiot. I'm a little bit worried that this car will have a terrible tire wear and fuel consumption. That's my only problem compared to modern cars. But what else was there? Yeah, we could... There are many cars we can use for this. Alright, I'm just curious. There were two of those Opel touring cars, I think. So we had the Calibra. This one. 414 horsepower. There was also another one, I'm pretty sure. Here it is, the Astra. 453. It's actually more powerful. This is 2000s. This one is then a little bit older, I guess. 94. Wow, that car is that old. I mean... Yeah, alright, this one looks maybe a little bit more modern, but that's... Calibra still looked quite modern, I would say. Anyways, we took the Chaparral. Yeah, to be honest, I do find it a weird car compared to the other cars on the grid. I really look forward to racing it, because it looks super epic. But the other cars were all like Mazda RX-7s, S2000s, so it's a little bit weird. It was all around the 500 horsepower mark. Or no, even less. Here, 426, and the Calibra as well, it's around the 400 horsepower mark. Here, this car we could use. But yeah, I really don't like the styling of that FTO. CLK we could use. This one is maybe also a fun car for the Nürburgring. Not a huge Mercedes fan, but the M3 GTR we already used in a race. I for sure want to use this Chaparral, but yeah, I find it a little bit too unfitting. Let's just see if this one is competitive. I mean, it does fit the Nürburgring, right? A Merc. Oh shit, let's buy some harder tires. Oh my god, so annoying. The cursor getting warp speeds sometimes, or very often actually. Super inconsistent. Sometimes randomly it just goes super fast. Alright, let's read the description. A legendary 24-hour race where you run continuously on the most grueling circuit in the world. Enter or preview the Nürburgring 24-hour endurance race, which takes place on Nürburgring, Nordschleifen. Again, a car that I was totally unaware that it was in the game, this CLK that we have now. I thought it was, or is it a CLK? Yeah, I thought it was that SLK or something, that small coupe. But it's actually the bigger coupe. Alright, do we have a little bit of a... Yeah, it seems pretty okay. So that Chaparral really was too much of an outlier. It was like a 70s race car. I do see a GTR race car in here, 2004, which probably is a lot quicker than what we are driving. And that ASL Arta Garaya Japan, All Japan Grand Touring Championship JGTC car, that one will also be quite quick. Anyways, only one way to find out if we are competitive, and that is just to start racing. I wonder what kind of engine this CLK has. Is that a V8? It's 1 minute. I'm just gonna look it up. I'm curious. This game really forces me or triggers me to look up into automotive details and stuff. CLK, and this is 2000. Alright, there's like a whole wiki page which doesn't say anything about the engine. Mercedes-Benz CLK class. Alright, this is the road going version. Again, nothing on the fucking engine. The 4-cylinder CLK 200, 136 horsepower, or 134 bhp, and 4-cylinder supercharged 230 with 194 horsepower. Alright, so that is, so it's a 4-cylinder, wasn't really not expecting that. Ah no, the CLK 320 Coupe was introduced in '97 with a 3.2 liter V6, 215 horsepower. Then there was a GT1 car with a 5.9 liter V12 engine. God damn it. Ah, that is that just like that Porsche GT1. And then there was also apparently a CLK 430. Alright, what the hell is the CLK 430 then? It's probably 4.3 liter V8 I would say, but it doesn't say anything here on the engine of it. There was a CLK 55 AMG. 347 horsepower, I thought it would have more, but 5.4 liter V8. But then CLK 430. What the hell is that then? Why isn't there no engine mentioned here? Is the CLK 430 a V8? Making 275 horsepower, the 4.3 liter V8 jets from 0 to 60 in a breathtaking 6 seconds. Yes, that's a V8. Alright, and then I assume this car we are having here, CLK Touring Car 2000, is probably also a V8. Four liter V8. Yeah, 444 horsepower. Is this a real car? Yes, it's a race car produced by Mercedes-Benz. The car appears to be the #1 driven by Bernd Schneider, who achieved the first place finish in the 2000 DTM's Drivers' Championship. Alright, so it actually won the Deutsche Tourwagenmeisterschaft, the DTM German Touring Car Championship, just like the Japanese GTC, Grand Touring Championship, but then in Germany. Alright, so we disabled the assists, we have very hard tires equipped, we are ready to go. Alright, apparently the game thinks that it's not that hard of a race, only 7 A-spec points awarded. Still, I'm a little bit worried about that JGTC cars and that Falcon Nissan race car. Alright, here we go. Doesn't really sound like a V8. Oh, fuck. I have to revert my force feedback to normal, because in the previous race we had said that Toyota Minolta, it was such a quick car that above 300 km/h on the straight, steering wheel starts to violently oscillate. Almost you cannot really, physically you cannot even keep it. It really hurts your arms, so to say, to keep it straight. So the only way to remedy that is to lower the force feedback strength. But now we are in a more normal car. I can revert it. Alright, here we go. No more kidding around. Alright, I do like this setup with the BMW and the Merc. Normally I would want to be in the BMW. It's also nice to mix it up a bit. And we are all pretty close. And I do think that the car that we have is quite competitive. Ah, there's also this weird Subaru Super Touring Car that I also won. Right, side by side through the high speed section of the ring, and here we go. Right, what the hell is in front here? Ah, that is an ASL. But god damn it, we have a super competitive car. Almost a bit too overpowered. To be honest, I don't mind that much. Because B-Spec Bob also has to drive it. Over the grass, screw it. See you later, dudes. Alright, and even with cool tires, the car behaves like a dream actually. Behaves very well. It's point and shoot. This was for sure a very good choice. Man, this car is a monster. Absolute monster. It's also the downforce and the braking power. And it feels so planted. It's crazy. Alright, here we go. No more kidding around. Man, it's really like it really is confidence inspiring, this car. If I don't clip the curbs too hard. Alright, that was quite a messy section over there. The sound is also pretty cool. Really, the car sounds like it really wants to go. Don't take prisoners. Yes, very nice. This is so fun in this game. That there are so many cars that you really wouldn't consider, and then they totally surprise you in a positive way. Like this one. Man, what a hoot. It's almost like this car has like an on-off switch with how effective the braking is and the steering. I also don't really understand why we are so overpowered, because it's not like we have much more horsepower. The other cars also have around 400, right? We only have 450 horsepower. But whatever. That's their problem. We're here for the long run. 24 hours. car where I would like to try to improve my own time. Here we go. First lap almost in the pockets. Still goes 280. Quite fast. I really don't do that in a lot of cars, braking so late in that high-speed section. But this car, it's just different. Right, the time was 7:04. Let's improve it. If I don't screw it up. Way too much braking and screwing this one up. Why? God damn it. Alright. If I set a faster time, I know that it can be even faster. Because I screwed up that first sector. Really, the most impressive about this car are the brakes. So stable and so much braking power. It's almost unreal. Also, the amount of downforce is crazy. I think if you really know this car, and you practice, that I also would be amazed at what you actually can do with it. That I'm now not doing because I'm not aware of its capabilities yet. I think if you are aware, that you really can get a 630 or something, you can be much quicker than I went. The thing with this car is as well, when you turn in, a lot of cars are easy to unsettle or spin out with road undulations. This car literally eats it up like it's nobody's business. Bumps, kinks, high speed, low speed, doesn't matter. Just wants to go. Crazy. Not sure why is this car so much quicker than the BMW GTR. That should be in the same league, right? Alright, I'm braking too much over there, I think. Man, this car is crazy. It just, you can take curbs, everything, like it's nobody's business. Compared to a lot of cars that I've driven here, this is by far the most capable car. Right, we had a 705. Right, we gained 20 seconds, 23 seconds. Oh. Fuck me, man. Again, screwing it up here. Right, I wanted to see if I could take it full throttle. Didn't really work. Way too much braking. Fuck me. Should have braked earlier over there. Right, totally screwing up my time here. This really cost me like 3 seconds over here. Because this is a very quick section. And I lost all my speed there. Fuck it. can take this one also much faster, I think, if I have the balls. One more lap. I will do one more lap. The weird thing is, what I don't understand, is this a front wheel drive car maybe? Why are the front tires so much more wearing than the rear tires? Here, rear wheel drive, front engines. Yeah, that's what I was expecting, but normally in these FR layouts, at least with the race cars, the rear tires burn up much faster than the front tires. But maybe it's the track where there are so much violent corners, high-speed corners, that you really smash the car into, and also maybe the downforce on the front side that makes them wear faster. But I'm almost like, yeah, I could just as well put one compound softer tires on the rear to be able to have it wear more evenly, although it's not a huge difference. It's not like it's super green still the rear, it's also turning yellow almost, but still. On the other hand, it's really not needed. Even with these super hard tires, this car is just going like a madman, absolute madman, mad car. By the way, I will already stop my timer, otherwise it's annoying if it goes off. Here we go, no more kidding around, one more lap. Because that is also a major thing. Over 24 hours, yes, we are much faster, but Bob will probably be not as, he will not have the lead that I have now, but still, he probably will be faster. But if the competitor cars need to pit much less, then we really have a problem. Because over 24 hours, that can really save a lot of time. If you have to pit in like 5 or 10 times less, you can have a slower car but still win the race because we have to pit more. And also what I'm noticing, you really don't need a full tank. I mean, the tires are getting pretty worn. We're not even halfway the tank. So overnight I will have to let it run as it is and they will fill it up to the max. But tomorrow morning, when I will be babysitting it a little bit more, and also reapplying after each pit stop the 3 times time acceleration, I will cut the fuel filling, I don't know, by the, indeed, as it is now, like by the 6th bar, or maybe, it depends a bit how much there is left in the tank. After we do one more lap, I assume it will be 6 bars empty. So if I then fill it up for 6 bars, that hopefully, I'm not sure whether that is modeled, but carrying less fuel should make your car lighter. But if not that, then at least the pit stop will be a bit quicker if you don't have, if you only need to fill it up for 60% instead of 100. But anyways, here we go. Oh. Alright, I do have to, despite the bad start of this lap, it was faster than the previous one, I think. Anyways, I do have to watch out with racing now because the front tires I could really spin around, so to say, with the worn tires. So I was thinking of trying to improve my time. Actually, I will leave it at this. I will just try to be fast, but also a little bit more controlled. I will not go attempt a record now. The only problem I have is that none of the AI cars made a pit stop yet. So that could indeed be an indicator that that they are using less fuel. Man, I could drive this car just for fun, endlessly trying to better your own time. This is a fun car. And also the sound, although in my view it doesn't really sound like a V8, it does really sound super eager. It really wants to go. Alright, the second half of this race, this lap can be quite tricky because at one point your tires really go. And then the car can really catch you off guard, spinning around. Still, I'm baffled about the fact that the front tires are so much more worn than the rear. Well, I do think I have super hard both front and rear. The good thing is, what I notice is that having worn front tires is much less of a problem than having worn rear tires. Oh. Because you at least don't have that constant wheel spin with worn rear tires in rear-wheel drive cars. And even the steering in it all still goes pretty how it should. So it almost seems a little bit buggy. I mean, they're almost red, the tires. And the car is perfectly controllable. Alright, maybe a little bit less, but still. It's not like when your rear tires are shot, the car wants to slide around and oversteer at each opportunity. That's absolutely not the case here now. Alright, where was the pit entrance? There it is, right? Ah, I'm only driving on hards, not super hards. Let's do super hards. That is why they were not... pitting in yet. Alright, the good thing is that we created like an immense lead. But I was already like, how can this car be so grippy? But it was because I didn't equip the super hards. Anyways, let's see how Bob is able to keep the leads. Let's wait for his tires to warm up. And see if it remains more or less the same. So we have a 2 minute 13 on the GTR, which is now 1:49. So they are, fuck me. If Bob again messes this up, I'm really gonna be pissed. If he just totally squanders the lead I gave him. Here, 1:45. He is squandering the lead. Okay, his tires are not yet fully warm, so I will give him the benefit of the doubt, but honestly, he started with 2 minutes and half a lap, he's 15 seconds down already. In a car that is like mega more capable. Anyways, I will let it run and then for at least 8 hours. And then we will be approximately 9 hours in the race, and even if he falls behind, then I still have 14 hours or whatever to catch up, to take over the wheel. And maybe with green tires he will be able to keep the pace, I don't know. Alright, 1:43. It's still, now it's 1:42. Again. Come on, Bob, do your thing. Alright, 1:43, that's good. 1 second more. From 1:42 to 1:43. So at least it seems to stabilize a bit. Now I'm really looking for a slight increase of the gap. Yes, nice, 1:44. So I think it looks good. I will just finish this lap. I'm curious what it will be. If he will be in the 7:20s approximately. So if it will be around the time of the BMW GTR. But also really cool that the GTR is the main competitor. It's really Mercedes versus BMW. Alright, it's 1:45, very nice. $1:46, yeah, we're going perfectly fine. We're really happy with that. Right, 1:47, 48. Yeah, that's going perfectly fine. He's making like, I don't know, 3-4 seconds per lap. 1:50 even. Alright, the car is just super capable. Even Bob is able to keep a lead with it. So guys, we'll let this one run overnight. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next one. In the next episode we are actually starting the extreme events. Really looking forward to that. So no B-Spec anymore, real racing. Hope to see you there. For the meantime, do not forget, always do keep on gaming. Later.